everyone, Aparna here. I am so excited. Last night I suddenly remembered that I have a set of Winsor and Newton Cotman watercolor pan sets with me, which actually came along with this one. This is their field. No, not this is not the professional version. This is the Cotman field set. Not this part. This came with water reservoir, or that's what I call it anyway. It came like this, and it was filled with these colors, which I gradually replaced with professional watercolors, and I added some more other brands of colors with me. I'm so sorry, that was so loud. Anyway, so I just suddenly remembered that why don't I use up these colors, and because I'm really excited. I love Winsor and Newton Cotman series, but down the line I shifted very gradually to Winsor and Newton professional watercolors, and I did that one tube at a time. But I had this set because I really was looking forward to buying this field set, and this came from that. And what I did was I replaced the pan sets here with the professional watercolors, and since then this has been there with me. I haven't done anything with them, and I have a set of 46 pan sets from Cotman watercolor set, which I actually gave it to my daughter, and she really enjoys them. And me, I am left with this, and I thought of something really exciting. As you know, I do go out occasionally to malls, and I love drawing food that I eat in cafeterias, cafes, and stuff like that. So I've been using this palette. This contains Winsor and Newton professional watercolors, and I thought of why not use the Cotman series of watercolors. I don't like wasting colors. However, I have been recently donating all the student grade colors, and Cotman series apparently is sort of a student grade color in their line. Before I go ahead, I would just like to say that I am not being sponsored by Winsor and Newton. This is all being bought by me, and these are just my opinions here. So coming back to the point, I really would like to try these colors out. However, the thing is, I really wanted to try and see how I can actually carry this with me. Ideally speaking, this is a lovely little tin, and I'm not sure where I got this tin from. Most likely I got it from my mom's place, but I don't really remember. These are all loose, as you can see. Can you see this? The names and everything are still mentioned in here. So this is the original set from the field set. So I really wanted to carry this with me and see if I can use them up in my daily practice. And having said that, I also found a tin box with me lying around, and it's a metal box. And I've been thinking of carrying very less items with me whenever I go out. Believe me, this set works perfectly fine with me, but I love exploring, I love having fun, and I wanted to try something else. So I don't really use so many items, to be very honest. I use mostly a dropper, maybe one pen, one pencil, and my brush pens, and that is it really. And the brush pens I use are these ones. However, I think, let me see if they fit here. No, they don't really fit here, so that can be an issue, but I would like to try it. So I found this one in my like, I don't know, hundreds of brushes that I have, and this fits well. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to see if I can reduce some of the items from here into here. And I suddenly um, it was an awesome thing. I remembered I have this magnet strips, and what I did it today morning before I started filming this, just to see if it works or not. So I cut a piece of magnet strip, I stuck it here, and I realized that I can put it here and it doesn't move. It doesn't move, so it's amazing. So what I can do is, I've been thinking that this means that this is not a fixed thing, but it is protected enough, so I can transfer it in here, and I can try and see if I can put all these pans here, and if I can accommodate a couple of extra items in here. So let me just show what, I'm sorry, can you see it? Yeah, I hope you can see it now. So I'm planning to do something like this. Honestly, I have no idea why I'm doing it, but it just sounds so exciting. Something new, something different. Yeah, so this is what I have in my mind, and look at that. Isn't that nice? I can keep all these here, and I can stick them with a magnetic tape underneath, and I can keep a pencil, I can keep a pen, minimum art supplies. I can keep a tube, not a tube, a dropper if required. Now I've been thinking, since these two are my favorite ones, and if I can't take them, I can take this one. This is a Pentel watercolor water brush pen. What's wrong with me today? And this really spills a lot of water, but it's nice. So I can try carrying that, or I have this Derwent like a collapsible, I'm not sure if you can call it collapsible, but you can dismantle these two brush parts. This is the body of the brush, which contains water, and this has the bristles here. This is from Derwent charcoal tinted pan set, and you can actually separate them and make them half, and you can keep it here. Where is the cover? Where is the cover? Well, oh, it's right here. Silly me. And there you have it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And that's all I really need when I go out, and I really want to use up my art materials. If you have been there long enough in my channel, that you will know that I am now all for using up the art supplies that I have at home, and I'm really trying to encourage other people to do the same. And it sounds exciting to me, to be very honest. Let me just keep all these things aside, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just keep cutting these strips, and it doesn't have to be the exact size. That's absolutely all right if they are not, as long as they are not bigger than the pan set, it should be fine. Now you can see this, how nicely it sits on it, and yeah, so I'm going to keep doing it, and I will just, this is a very nice strip of magnet I bought from Amazon long time ago. I don't know what I was thinking, but when I bought it, but I believe something like this was there in my mind for a very long time. As you know, I love to explore, I love to find ways to make things work for me, and it's exciting. It's just exciting, and I just don't want to waste the art products that I've bought. And believe me guys, art supplies, they do come with an expiry date, and they do get spoiled. So it really doesn't make sense to buy expensive art materials and then not using them up, right? And I really love Cotman, Winsor & Newton's Cotman series, and It is really wonderful for, especially for beginners, and really beautiful. I did gravitate towards their professional set, and if you're an artist, you probably know why I did. We all do. We always want the best, and but believe me, these are beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful products, and you really don't have to shell out too much for them. If you just get one set, that should be enough. And I have been lately thinking about using a limited palette of colors, and I think I would like to believe that this is probably the best set I can ask for, though there are 12 colors, so it's not exactly very limiting, but I can see all sorts of two yellows, two reds. um, so I believe it comes with a warm yellow, a cool yellow, a warm red, a cool red. I believe in having fun, to be very honest, and it's not about, I'm really not into the color scheme, but yes, since I have been doing art for quite some time, I do realize that there are, you do need a warm and a cool shade of the primary colors, but it's absolutely okay if you don't have them. Please don't take my words for that. Have fun with whatever you have, and you can just create beautiful pieces of artwork with just whatever you can get your hands on. But as an artist, yes, I will agree, and I will say that I would like people to buy what is the best you can buy with your budget. And Winsor and Newton is probably one of the best for beginners. Look how nice this looks. And tomorrow I will be going out in a mall for a couple of hours, and I have to take my daughter for her classes. And look at that, I can sit in a cafe and I can have some fun. Do I need anything more? I do need an eraser. Yeah, I do need an eraser. I do mess up. So I can either take this one or maybe this one. And let me just see if I can close it or not. And I really want to use these colors. They are really beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Can I put this one inside? This is very thick. No, this is not coming. I can carry a spray bottle. This is wonderful. This actually closes, and if it is, I'm so sorry, it's a little loud. I can, no, it's fine. I was thinking I'm going to put a hairband, like a thing on it, to make sure it stays together. This is wonderful. This stays. So maybe all that I can do is, look at that. I can do this. I can absolutely do this. Believe me, I don't know why I'm doing this, because this is such a convenient pack as well, but I want to explore. I want to have some fun. So this and this is my Arches watercolor pad that I created for myself. I just cut Arches papers together and just made a sort of a booklet, a journal for me, and I have the first work done. These are with the professional color set, and tomorrow I'm so excited. Tomorrow I'm going to try and use this one and see what is convenient. I was thinking that I can use up the professional colors at home for my practice, and whenever I step out, which is not often, to be very honest. I don't step out much. I don't step out often, so at that time I can use up the Cotman colors, right? That's the best way of using up, isn't it? Now that's going to be fantastic. I'm going to keep this with me just to make sure, though I don't need it, but then I'll have to keep lifting the colors and to find out the name. So I think I can get away with having this one. Really, not necessarily, because I've been doing art for quite some time. So I think I can look at the colors and I can recognize the colors. But anyway, I'll give it a go. Look at that, all done. Now isn't that absolutely wonderful, guys? If you do have half pans or full pans, even full pans with you lying around here and there, maybe just like me, you have been collecting stuff and now you don't know what to do with them, this is something you can try it out. And I've seen many artists do it, and it has always inspired me to do something of my own. And I think this really is awesome. The only issue that I can see here is, and that's something I'm realizing now, is that once I paint with it, I have to make sure that it dries up before I put them in, because there is a possibility that the pens or whatever I'm keeping on top of them might get a little bit of the color transferred on them. But I think I should be fine. I will be out for around 3 hours, and I'm pretty sure I will not be painting for 3 hours. So I can keep this open and I can let it dry. Another way is I can carry a plastic sheet, a sheet of maybe plastic or some other material like baking paper, and just cover it up and put the rest of the items in here. Now this is really, really exciting me. Something new to explore. I'll have to see how conveniently it fits in my bag, in my purse. And yeah, let's see how I can have some more fun with this set. So I'm going to end this video now for here. And tomorrow I will go out and I will do some painting. I will not be able to film it though, because I don't know how to film outside. I have a phone holder that is too big for me to carry anywhere. So I will try my best to see if I can make a video holding it on the left hand. No, I don't think I can manage it, but I will try it. I'll try it. If I can do it, fantastic. If not, I will come back and I will show you what I made. Even if it is something terrible, I'm going to show it to you and I will let you know about my experience. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, so I am back with the second part of this video, and as I said in the earlier part, that I would be going to the mall to use up this setup, and it was a success. I was happy. I really enjoyed the process. There were certain things that was making things little uncomfortable for me, but it is probably because I am not used to this setup. Things were sort of rolling down the table. Basically, this one, thankfully, did not break. This is made of glass, but this sort of, no, not sure if it is glass, but it's kind of sturdy, but it did not break. It did roll off, however. Now, I am not really used to this kind of setup. I like to have a small palette and colors on one side and a mixing palette and nothing else to distract me. Now, this I realized was sort of distracting to me, because I had the brushes, I had the pen, the pencil, the eraser, and finally what I did was I had to take everything out of the box and I kept it on the table. And it does sound like a very simple solution, and I mean, that's what you do really, don't you? But I am not really used to doing it. I generally carry this one, as you all know, and I keep everything in here. I take things out one at a time, put them back so they're all in one place, nothing rolls off ever. And this is the palette like I showed you in my first half of this video. I use it. These are colors, and this is the mixing palette, mixing area, sorry. So there is no other distraction. And here on the other hand, when I was trying to paint, I kept feeling that I was noticing the pen and the pencil, and I carry the dropper. This really helps because I use water brush pens. And this one, the spray bottle, tiny spray bottle, it was of course of great help, but it rolled once, and I of course was conscious, and I made sure that it doesn't keep rolling off. So it was a bit distracting for me, but I had this eraser also which rolled off on the other side, very conveniently placed, but it was a sort of distraction. And I also while painting, I also realized that I think in the first half of this video I did not show you that I intended to use the lid of the pencil box as my mixing palette, which I had cleaned with a product that I have, Jif I think you call it. And I had cleaned the surface with this, and the colors really were nice and spreading well. They were not pooling all together, and I think that worked perfectly fine for me. And yes, I am happy with it. I really enjoyed it. And now that I am realizing, I can actually, kind of make more space if I want to. And I think I should be, yes, I would like to believe that I can make this thing work. And the best part is I can actually continue having this tin as well. If I want to, I can just lift the colors, put that here, and as you can see, they're not going to come off. They're strong and sturdy. So if this is not convenient for me, I can, if I want, put all the colors in here, just carry a brush pen, and I'm done for the day. Brush pen, the water brush pen are really convenient because there is water in there, so you just press it a little bit, the water comes in here. And I believe I cleaned this tin as well with the product. No, I might not have it. Yeah, I think this was quite okay. Since I am used to using a white mixing palette, that was definitely something that I felt was a bit strange. So yeah, I mean, it's like just me trying to adjust to something new. And exploring my options was definitely making me feel happy. And as I said, I will show you, even if I've made a very bad artwork. And I made this. Can you see that? Terrible drawing, terrible cup, really, but I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed the process. The day I made the first part of this video, that day evening, I went to the park and I tested this set out, and oh boy, was I lousy. I find it a little difficult to sit on the ground, and the pen was falling off, the spray bottle rolled off on the grass. And I was using this palette. As you can see, there are so many greens, so this one was basically for this tree. And it was a bit strange trying to adjust myself again to something new, but it was fun. It was fun. I do see an opportunity ahead to carry this with me using this setup, and to have more fun. I really enjoyed the fact that there was a very limited palette. Whereas if you see this one, this has tons of colors in it, colors that I love. And if you have been in my channel, if you have seen them for some time, you will know how much I love colors, pre-mixed colors, convenient colors. And however, that stays really, I still love them. However, having a limited palette was really giving me an opportunity to explore more. So I'm going to definitely play around more with this set, and I can definitely see I'm going to keep this in my purse, and I'll keep it empty. So whenever I go out, I have a feeling I'm going to grab this set and put it in here, and maybe just carry a brush pen and my um, sketchbook, and I'm done. So I'm going to keep this box for sure. And this one I have been thinking of, since these two parts are separate, I was thinking I'll try and see if I can add another strip of this magnetic tape that I have, and if I can just put them together, though I don't think it's going to work. I don't think these magnets are that strong, but I'm going to give it a try and see. But overall, I love this, and I'm definitely going to enjoy this setup. And today morning, when I was doing my daily sketch, this was really convenient. However, like I said, I'm not used to seeing brush pens, pencils, pens, stuff like that near my watercolors, so that needs a little bit of adjusting on my part. But I do believe if I can just get over that part, I can really make this thing work, and that makes me really excited. And I do look forward to using up these colors, be it at home or be it while I'm going outside. And I'm going to definitely keep this set in my dining table. I do sit there when I'm watching TV or Netflix or any program. I do scribble around, I paint around, and I definitely see this as a very convenient way to make sure that I sit and have some fun. And yes, I'm going to use it. I am going to use it. So that is a bit exciting. So I think I'm going to end this video right now, because there's nothing much to really talk about. The whole point was to explore, was to have fun, and I am all up for experimenting and learning from the mistakes that I make. And yeah, the only thing that I can actually see is that I might want to carry lesser items with me, and I'll have to just see how it works. The lesser item, the better it is, because I do have to keep the extra stuff on the table. And yeah, it's just about adjusting yourself a bit more. For me, it's adjusting with the fact that with the colors, I might have a pen here or a pencil here, and let go of those feelings that something is hindering, because actually nothing really is hindering. I had access to my colors and everything was fine. It was just the mental setup that I never keep pens and pencils very close to my watercolor palettes. So yes, I'm looking forward to using this setup, and I will definitely encourage you guys to try out, mix and match your setup if you have these kind of pan sets with you. If you can move your pans from your watercolor palettes, move them around, and just see what you can do and see how much more fun you can have. I'm just realizing, what if I can just, shift these items here? I think this is going to make things better. I can put my brush pen here. I really enjoyed Derwent's water brush pens, which I could sort of dismantle, and as you can see, I can keep it here. And wow, look at that. Oh my god, look at that. Play around, guys. Play around with your art supplies. Why didn't I think of this yesterday? Why is it not moving? Oh, there's too many pans here. But look at that. Look at this thing. This sits perfectly well in here, doesn't it? Why didn't I think of it yesterday? I think it would have just made my life a little bit more easier. I can either take this or just keep a small eraser. I can just keep it here, and I can actually keep my pencil here. Oh my god, look at that. Another option for me, I can of course pick my put a pen here. I should not be that fussy, right? Don't be fussy, guys. When you're having fun, you need to let go of the fussiness in you. So wow, I didn't think of this. Look at that, all arranged. This is the kind of setup that I always use, all the colors together. Why are you not moving? Seriously. This is how I function. I keep all my sets together, and I make space. I have a separate space for the mixing palette, mixing area, and there you have it. Look at that. I made space here, and it is so convenient, isn't it? That feels so wonderful. And this is what happens when you play around with your art supplies, guys. Every time you find something new, you get, look at that. Look at this. This is so perfect to me. At least looks so perfect to me. I can easily do it. I can, use my brush here, or if I want, I can pull this whole thing this side, and I can push these items here and make it more convenient if I want to. That is absolutely brilliant. Guys, do play around with the art supplies that you have and make things work for you. Have loads of fun. Make silly things like this. Does it even look like a cup? No, it doesn't, does it? Anyway, I had loads of fun, and that's what matters to me. I love the tree, and yeah, this is exactly how the tree looks like. Maybe the colors are not exactly matching here. I was trying to not sure what I was trying to do here, but all I know is I was having fun, and I did have loads of fun using this setup. So guys, I do hope I have inspired you to play around with your art supplies. Whatever art supplies you have, take them out and rearrange them. Let's see, if you feel you're not motivated enough to use them, give it a try. Rearrange your stuff, put them in a different place, arrange them, rearrange them, and just see how you feel about it. Let me know in the comments if you have done something like this, or if you're planning to change your setup, and how did you feel if you have done it, and if you have used your art supplies in a different setup. I do hope sincerely that you do have a fantastic time though, and yeah, I hope you liked my video, and if yes, then please do like, share, subscribe and comment, as it really helps a new channel like mine. And until next time, stay happy and stay creative. Bye bye.